Hi guys, today we're gonna talk about Boltyn, deck tech Biltz for him with Raydn. So Raydn is a majestic weapon that you get in Monarch also, and it has once per turn action for 0 attack. Attack of 0, but if you charge this turn, you get +3 attack. So it's pretty good, especially when it's built around, of course. With Boltyn, you can build with the Centauri Sabers, which I saw Armada to make a video about it. It looks pretty strong also, but sadly I don't have the courage of Bellhold, so it's less strong without it. So I would wait Crew Unlimited to get that one. And the effect on Boltyn are that if you are charged this turn, the attack you control will have +1 if it's definite by an attack action card. And as an attack reaction, you can banish a card from your soul, and the target attacked with an attack greater than his base attack, so he gets like a buff, will gain go again. So it looks simple, but it's actually quite tricky when you play with him. You need to think about all those little interaction with the cards. So it makes a pretty, a pretty skillful hero, in my opinion. I will not start with him, even if he's in the Biltz deck, precon deck. But if you like Warrior, the Anthea is of course way easier to manage at the beginning, but Boltyn is for me way more interesting and tricky along the way. So that I prefer to, for now, play with him at the moment. For the equipment, we have the Arcanite Skull Cap. Sorry, the Arcanite Skull Cap. It's basically one of the best head equipment that we have. After there is the Fiandal Sprig Tunic. So here, why the Fiandal? Because I don't have the Courage. I think the Courage is maybe better. But the Fiandal gives you sometimes this one extra resource every 3 turns that can be detrimental for Boltyn, because he's short on resources. And it's for that the deck I made, you will see, have a lot of 0 cost card. Because I find it's the best way to play him, since you always have to pretty much discard or banish a card to get his effect going with the charge effect. So this +1 resources from the Fiandal every 3 turns is actually quite strong, and you can really go off on that and get an extra out of it. After, of course, the Reforged Bracers. Here we'll not use in the tech I did this effect, but they block for 2. That's important. And the Snapdragon Scalers, basic, generic, excellent equipment that we found in Chain, in Ninja. It's a really good one. I was thinking to put the Valiant Dynamo, but that's, I think, will go in another build with the Axes or the Centauri Blade, or with I think more actually it's more for the Anthea, because you want to attack with the Dawn Blade 2 times in a turn. So in that deck, the Valiant Dynamo will be better, I think. After we have the Halo of Illumination, I quite like this card actually. Sometimes if I think I don't need so much defense with Arcanite Skull Cap, I prefer to use this, because to put it for an instant and you pay 1, you put a light card in your soul and you draw a card, so you don't lose so much of your tempo. And after we have the classical new rune equipment. Move that over there. And let's go for the deck. So I apply Battlefield Biltz in 2 because it's a bit less strong than Tech Flight that you will see in a few seconds, that every Boltyn deck played. But the fact that you can charge with another card, and there's many of them, like Express Light, Lightning, this will go again, and this gives you a free hit for 3 with Raydn. Don't forget that the Skabane will have the +1 the +1 if you've defended by an attack action card, and that you charge this way. So never forget that the Raydn can be bust, and you can make it go again after if you still have something to play. The Bolt of Courage, excellent card. Actually, I'm playing, it's the only one I'm playing in the 3 pitch, because if you charge and you put this attack for 0 again, it will gain that if he hits, you draw a card, and that's, you threat your opponent with it to defend, especially in the late game when all the equipment are done and being used. The Bolt of Courage is actually a real threat, because for them to give you the advantage to draw a card, it can be lethal actually. And after we have 2 times the Courageous Steel Hand. Sometimes this is a really sneaky way to kill your opponent. They don't really wait you that you have this attack reaction, especially for 0. So it can be a surprise kill. I think in Boltyn it's better than the Razor Reflex. Actually, I tried the Razor Reflex, but it's one resource that you have to spend, is sometimes just what is making you impossible to play it in the turn, and that's why I prefer the Courageous Steel Hand for Boltyn. Myself, I played 2 times the Eliminate for 0 at the red pitch, again because it's a 4 attack, and if Eliminate hits, it will go in your soul, and that will enable you next turn, or you can give it a go again if you boost it, of course. But that is pretty much something you put at the end of a chain to threat your opponent to put it back in your soul for your next turn, to have already something in the soul to get it out and give it go again during for the attack reaction. So I think it's a pretty good card. I see this one to also be replaced. Trying also Exude Confidence, that I will put it right here. Exude Confidence is a card that it's also a 4 attack for 0, so it's a bit the same than Eliminate. And while you attack with it, if a card that is with equal or greater, it has to block with equal or greater defense. If it doesn't, he cannot defend with an instant defense reaction in the combat chain. For 3, you can buff it while you attack, which with Boltyn it's really complicated. You will never have those 3 to spend, I think. So, but what makes Exude Confident good is it's a 4 attack for 0, and he has to defend in a certain way, or he cannot play instant or defense reaction. In that sense, I'm trying it. For me, I think I prefer Eliminate for now. Also, I was playing in this day, I was trying the Celestial Cataclysm here. Also a really good card, but I think in Biltz it's just not enough. Like you want to use your soul to give you a goal again. You can have 2 souls in the same time, but 3 in Biltz it goes too fast. I think this card is amazing in CC, but sadly not in Boltyn. In Boltyn Biltz. But I really love the card, and when you can pull it off, it's a huge swing of tempo. And after I have the Engulfing Light. Also, like if you charge and it hits, it will get in your hero soul. It's a bit like Eliminate, but you need to charge it. And after that, we have Express Lightning, really basic for the Boltyn decks, 0 attack, and you can charge. The Tech Flight, sorry, the Tech Flight also a really strong card in Boltyn, maybe the strongest. It's a better Battlefield Blitz because it can charge itself to go again. So this is really strong when you play this and you can attack. You can attack with after Raydn. You can give it go again. So you can get really a strong, I would say, turn with Take Flight. So that I play also in yellow pitch. Valence Trust, that's a really amazing card in my opinion, especially that she's get buffed if you charge. So pretty much it get itself go again because you have to charge to use, you have to buff it to use it, and it buffs itself by 3. So it makes an attack of 7 and if you charge that turn. So it's really big. And you will see it goes well with another card that is in the yellow pitch, which is here the Beacon of Victory, because you can go fetch it and just play it after the attack, this attack reaction. And also in this red pitch, you can play the Dusk Path Pilgrimage right here. Also a pretty good card. For me, it's just a different line that you take, because it means in that case you want to attack with the Duck's Bane twice. I decided not to. You can, I think it works too. In that case, I think you should change the Snapback Dragon Scalers for the other wire shoes that I don't remember the name. The reflection, I think, is this. I will put it here. This one is making the go again on the weapon, but I was with Raydn. I prefer that you attack, and after there's been come at the end and put a pressure for 3 more, just chip 3 more in the face of the guy. And he doesn't want to defend it because he defended already the attacks before. So Raydn is really good for that. After again 2 Battlefield Blitz in yellow. Here the Beacon of Victory, so it's the one I was talking about it before. Sorry again. So this one, as an additional cost, you will remove the card from your hero soul. X, so you need to at least take 1 out, and you will buff the attack. So you will pretty much give your attack go again and +1, so which is really good because you buff it, so you can give it the go again by removing the card that you put in the soul. And if you have charge this turn, you can go fetch for a card of that costs X of the soul you get out or less, and reveal it and put it in your hand. So what you want to get with this is, I would say the Valence Trust, depending on your turn. It's a really good one. Sometimes I can go take Eliminate. It's pretty nice too, to just force 0 to put more pressure. It's better, I think, than just an Express Lightning, because this one can go back in your soul. So again, you see more for your next turn actually. So that's a pretty good interaction between the two. You can go also look for Trust. 2, you can go look for Take a Flight, but I don't know if it's playable that turn. You can go fetch a Bolt of Courage, of course, that will give even more pressure if you see that the hand of your opponent is already quite low, like 2 cards, because in that case you can really pressure it to get the extra card for you after that, and give it go again. That's the idea with Beacon of Victory. Very important card. I was also trying the Boltyn Blade that is just right here. So this card it's good, but you end up more putting in your soul than using it. Most of the time I was never using it, so I had to take it out. Bolt of Courage, 2 in yellow, Courage of Steel Hand, 2 in yellow also. Same for Express Lightning. After that's the big card here, the Illuminator Ascension. You can also, forgot to say that, to go pick it up with the Beacon of Victory, and that will make a really strong turn also. So what it does is that for 0, you instead of your turn, your weapon can +1. And if it hits you, and you need to reveal the card on your top. If it's a light card, you can put it in your hero soul and gain 1 life. If it's not, you put it under your deck. And if you charge this turn, which is huge in that case because with the Beacon of Victory you did, you can attack an additional time with your weapon. So in those cases, you can attack with Raydn twice actually. Makes it really a strong card here. So this one go to, so this goes really well with, of course, the Beacon of Victory. Again, I played the Illuminate in 2 in yellow. After Soul Shield, Soul Shield pretty simple for 2 defense for 6. So 6 is huge. It will block a Command and Conquer, and this one will go in your hero soul at the command chain closes. So again, that's a pretty good card when you don't have so much card in the hand, and this turn you need to defend. This card is really good. And after again take a flight 2. Now we have a V for Vanguard of the Vanguard. Strong card for Boltyn, the second Boltyn specialization here. So as you do it, you can charge your hero soul a number of times you want. So 1 or 2. I never got to do 3. And your light attack will get +1 attack for each. Your attack, will get +1 for each light card charged this way. So that's really important. Most you will play the light card, but if you change your build with the Exude Confidence, for example, you need to be careful of this. So really strong turn with this card actually, because you you will charge it and you can go again and throw Dustbin there for free. So that's really good. And Valiant Trust in yellow again. The only blue pitch I have is the Bolt of Courage. Like I said at the beginning. Why? Because the Bolt of Courage can actually, even if it's blue for 1, when you play it for 0, you will put pressure, because if he doesn't block this 1 damage and he doesn't have any equipment that can defend anymore, he just needs to pretty much get rid of a card to just defend 1 damage for you to not get an advantage and get 1 more card, draw 1 more card. So I think it's a test now. Boltyn is now in the phase that, well, not only Boltyn, but we are all testing now the heroes, and the meta is quite is not sure yet. Of course, the big one in Biltz still the big one, like Dory and Ira and Kano, but yeah, the meta are shaking up. Even my list that I did for chain on the last video, it's already moving around and having a lot of changes. I think I will even update a bit the video to make it a bit more up to date in the next few days, because the game is quite new, of course, and these new sets change a lot of stuff. So that's my take on Boltyn with Raydn Dex Bane. Like it and subscribe if you appreciate those kind of video. You can let also in the commentary some of the of question or remark, or what you play actually, how you prefer to build Boltyn, which is the most interesting warrior, because you can play it with different weapon and different style. So that's why I think he's a really pretty good hero to theocraft around it, to build around it. So I think the video will end up now. Enjoy Flesh and Blood. Try to go find some Blitz game around online. On now the shops I can see that are doing events, real life events again, which is great. So go enjoy Flesh and Blood and see you soon.